Good morning, all. Do you ever find yourself kind of paralysed by the end goal of your journey instead of appreciating every step along that journey? And the reason it's come up today is because I had this really interesting chat with a guy that trains at the same place as me, goes to the same sauna as I do, etc. And we had this interesting chat in the sauna yesterday about the reasons for doing the things that we do. So the reasons why we train, the reasons why we use the sauna, etc, etc. And for me, the reasons why I use red light and photobiomodulation or blue light, etc. And that is because for me the focus is about the journey. I have goals, various length, various short-term, medium-term and long-term goals which I would like to achieve, but along the way I want to be able to enjoy the journey. And it makes me remember a podcast that I listened to about longevity, about aging, and they had this expert on that his whole career has been studying longevity and senescence, like cellular aging basically. And he was talking about the fact that we all talk about, the life expectancy is increasing, etc, etc, so we're living longer. But he said, but how much of that life is quality life? Are we actually living longer, or have we just slowed down the dying process, as it were? So actually, are we living longer, or are we just dying longer? And it kind of struck a chord with me, because so many people that I know, when you get to 40 or 50 or 60, have these chronic aches and pains and these almost like debilitating issues that severely affect their quality of life. And so are they getting affected? Is their journey as they wish it to be or not? And for me, that is one of the reasons why I train. I train because I like the way it feels. I like the way it makes me feel when I train. But also the sauna, for example, the sauna. So I know that the sauna helps me with my chronic inflammatory arthritis. So for me, that is a vitally important thing, because it improves my journey, because it means that each day is slightly better because I do the sauna. I also know that it improves my cardiovascular health. It improves my ability for my body to deal with other types of stressors. It's the reason I use red light therapy, because I know just how good it makes me feel every single time I use it. Just how amazing it is at helping with aches and pains. And so it improves my quality of life, but it doesn't improve my quality of life so my journey, so I get closer to my end point, my goal. It improves my quality of life, my journey. It improves my journey in life. And that's where I think people kind of lose sight of things, because they're focused on the goal, which is great. Be focused on that goal, but also allow yourself to enjoy the journey. And as I say, so that red light, so if I use a full body panel, then I know how good I feel after using that the whole panel. I know how much motivation I have, how much extra energy I have. I know that it generally just makes my joints feel better. So I use that. I add the torch onto my ankle, because it means that instead of, especially on cold days like this, instead of having 20 minutes or whatever for it to get kind of mobile, as it were, it actually doesn't take any time at all. And I forget now, because I use red light all the time on my ankle. My whole body one I take some time off, but with the red light on my ankle I do it almost every day. I forget now how bad it was until I look at videos of me before I started using red light therapy. So 4 years ago, so I was 4 years younger, and how long it would take me and my ankle to get kind of moving. And so my journey has been vastly improved through red light therapy, through sauna, through cold, through understanding circadian rhythms. Because don't forget, why do you go to bed and wake up at the same time every day? Because then my circadian rhythm is a lot more in tune with the general circadian rhythm that exists on this planet. And at the same time, that also helps with my inflammation, that also helps with pain, that also helps with mood, motivation, energy. That also helps with my day-to-day journey in order to get to my goal. And so people say, why do you do it? Do you not miss out? Sometimes I miss out on certain things, yeah. But everything is kind of a give and take. And once you become empowered and you start to know all this and you start to do your own research, then all of a sudden you get to decide from a point of informed consent, as it were, from a point of being empowered and being informed, you get to decide what things are worth skipping and what things will give you more benefit. So like a social thing might give you more benefit psychologically, but it will have a short-term physiological impact. But will the long-term psychological benefits from a social gathering, etc., outweigh them? And a lot of the times, yeah, probably. And so you come from a place of information, a place of being informed, and you can make those decisions. So, have a goal, great, brilliant. It's brilliant to be goal orientated, but also appreciate and respect the journey and do things on the journey, or do things that make your journey easier, happier, with more laughs, more smiles.